What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So it's that time of year. We're in fall, kids are going back to school. It's time to take care of our grass and get it ready for the next season. We've got our aerator here, got a power rake, got both of these from Home Depot rental. And then we've got our Winning Colors Turf Type Tall Fescue blend, which is mixed, a 50-50 mix with Kentucky bluegrass. Got that from Turf Terry, shout out to Turf Terry. And I got our starter fertilizer from the Lawn Care Nut with that 12-12-12 mix. And we're gonna get these both thrown down. Yesterday I did the cutting of the grass and scalping of the grass. And it's trimmed down to about 2 inches, 2.5 inches right now. There's definitely some uneven spots in the yard, but that's something we'll address in another video at another time of the year. So now that it's cut down, we're gonna get to the dethatching with the power rake here. And we're gonna get this thing started up and we're gonna dethatch most of this area. So let's get into it. Okay, so now that we've got the yard dethatched, we're gonna work on the aerating. This is a Bobcat aerator that I got from Home Depot rental. I've never used it before, so it seems actually pretty straightforward. This is gonna lock the tines down. This is your drive forward. It's got a big wheel on the front, so we're gonna give this a go. Trick is with these, you want to punch as many holes as you possibly can. Just when you think you've done enough holes, say give it another go and keep popping as many holes as you can throughout the yard.
So Home Depot makes it really easy to rent this type of equipment. They'll show you how to use it. So although it may look intimidating, it's really not. And once you get it run around the yard a few times, you'll start to enjoy it. Just be careful because this thing can pull you around the yard.
Okay, so with the aerating done, the dethatching done, we are now ready to spread our seed. This bag will treat up to 10,000 square feet of overseeding at about 5 pounds per 1,000 square feet. There's about 8,900 square feet back here. There's about 9,000 square feet in the front. So I have 2 50-pound bags. It's a little bit extra seed. Also, I'm gonna seed some fresh areas as well. So I do have a little bit more than I probably would need, but there's nothing wrong with putting down a little extra seed. But I do have some bare spots that we're going to be planting new grass seed after I remove some shrubs. So we're going to load load this earthway spreader up, get it dialed in, and start spreading some seed. When putting this stuff down, you do want to spread it out pretty evenly. A lot of times on most bags, they're going to tell you what the seed rate, what the spreader setting should be on. With this earthway spreader, the setting should be on 10, which is about right to get about that 5 pound per 1,000 square foot. You also kind of want to move in a good direction, so a good even direction, so you know where you've laid seed and where you haven't laid seed. Sometimes if you're running a little too light on the setting, you can do a crisscross motion to make sure you get a nice even spread. So we're gonna get this thing open up to 10, and we're gonna, do a nice brisk walk through the yard, get this stuff spread out, and I'm gonna stay away from these garden beds because I'm gonna come in with my with a hand spreader. I'm gonna come in and spread these by hand afterwards, so I don't get anything, any grass seed up into the garden beds and waste any of the seed. So let's get into the spreader.
You got it all inside of you. Feel it to be true. And when you dance, I'm in the groove. You make me move. You make me move. You got it all inside.
So we threw the seed down. Had a little trouble with the bag. Dumped some seed, so I might get a pretty thick area over there, or I'll just, I don't know. The birds will all eat it. I'm gonna throw down the starter fertilizer, then I'm gonna get this thing watered in and call it a day. So that about wraps it up. We're getting this grass watered in, all this new seed with the fertilizer, and hopefully this grass will thicken right up and it'll look better than ever. It's gonna look a little rough right now. We stressed the grass out. It's all right, it's all part of the process. And we'll check it back in a couple weeks and see how we're doing. Thanks for tuning in.